First of all, then, what's the strategic importance of this town?
The town of Sheikh Maskin was taken by the rebels years ago. And it's very important because it's a big town. We're talking about 24,000 people who used to live there. And because it was a stronghold for the rebels, and because there are many barracks for the army around it that were taken. But they are taken back today by the army and the militias that are fighting next to the army. And it's strategic because it's in the south, and that we see on the map. And the town of Deraa, here that we see, is still partly held by the regime forces. So by taking Sheikh Maskin, they are opening a safe road towards Deraa, their last stronghold of the regime, of course, south of the country and next to the Jordanian border, because all the border is almost 100% controlled by rebel groups. So it's a breach in the rebel ranks, and the town is 90% taken. Fighting is still going on in the west and south of the town, and it was taken, as you said, because there is a very considerable military effort that was undertaken there with Russian air support since the beginning of December, and because many of the factions that were present in the town decided to leave the town and to quit the fight. So small groups are still fighting, but the town is militarily lost for the rebels.
Now, this is the latest in a string of victories for the government's forces. Is it thanks to Russia, then?
Of course, it's thanks to Russia because of the air support that Russia is providing since many months now, but also because of all the armament that Russia is giving to the Syrian army and to the militias fighting next to it, and also because of Russian involvement, especially in northern on the ground, with boots on the ground, especially in the town, in the region of Latakia. And those are images of the Syrian army taking the town of Rabiaa, a strategic town in the mountains of Latakia, so the stronghold of the Syrian President Assad. This town was taken after the town of Salma, which also was a stronghold for the rebellion since 2012. And all this, now we see it on the map. You see it's next to the Turkish border. So Rabiaa and Salma are two towns, actually not only one town, and they are next to each other, and they were taken in a period of in the last month. And it's very important because also they were stronghold for the rebellion. We know that many factions there were supported and helped by Turkey, for example. They have a border with Turkey. So now, by taking these two towns, the Syrian army can open a road toward Jisr al-Shughur and the region of Idlib, which is also strategic and which the army lost last summer. So those are real advances on the ground for the Syrian army with Russian support and with militias helping them. But we cannot say that it's turning for the regime. No, those are important gains on the ground to secure the regions that the regime already holds. But the fight is still ongoing, and it's not a decisive point militarily, if I may speak so. They are advancing, but the fight is still ongoing.
And this, of course, ahead of peace talks due to start on Friday.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Wasim.